nga sinaba kwerabira mbadde njagala nziremu ku kibuuzo ekimu ku bisinga okwongozebwa ku channel kuno ne ku TikTok n'abantu ababeera mu inbox yange. My name is Shakira and we do farming, poultry farming currently here. And here, let's focus on that today. So I've been getting so many people who wants to start poultry farming. Perhaps some started, but they don't know. They are stuck between choosing the best breed for their farm. Now, is a comparison between Lohman Brown and Isa Brown. Now, before we even go into the comparison, I would like you to understand that waliyo breeds nyingi, waliyo breeds esinga Lohman ne Isa Brown naye ate mu Uganda waliwo breeds zetutalina oba abantu ze bateetanidde ennyo due to some reasons ze tujja okulaba maaso eyo. So breed esinza okwettanira mu Uganda muno bagiyita Isa Brown. Njogera ku hybrids esinza okwettanirwa mu Uganda muno bagiyita Isa Brown. Breed eyokubiri bagiyita LOHMANN Brown, and then tuyina ne Highline breed oba mugimanyi. Now Highline temugimanyi nnyo kuba abantu abasinga tebagyogerako oba tebagyetanidde nnyo. We have two main breeds ze basinga okukola, that is Isa Brown ng'ovudde ku buloko bwe mugula Isa Brown and then Lohman. So today we are going to compare which one is the best between the Isa Brown and then the Lohman Brown. Munansonyiwa video eno ebatsi nnungi nnyo naye mbadde sinamanya. I'm really tired and yeah, mbadde njagala ngikole naye eve mu ddiiro. So we are going to start with Isa Brown. Which one is the best? First of all, before you select a breed for your farm, which traits should be biki byolina okonsideringa. Leero mbadde njagala kukola video eno mu Luganda yonna oba akale 90% mu Luganda naye katusabe. So we want to compare between Isa Brown and Lohman, which one is the best breed. Now we are going to start with the Isa Brown. We know that this is so common. If you started your poultry farming journal, or if you're yet to start, I'm sure you've heard about this breed so much, like often. Well, some of the things that you should know about Isa Brown, it has a good stable adaptability when it comes to situations, when it comes to feeds, when it comes to growth, when it comes to brooding. It has a good stable adaptability. They adapt so well and quickly to the environment. Okay, that is quality number one. So if you're considering to choose between Highline, Isa, like Lohman and other breeds that I talked about, I have a video here. You can also never forget that they have a good adaptability when it comes to adapting to environments, to feeding, to growth and all that. Okay, because you have to understand that we have different environments from the different countries, and you all know that these birds they don't hatch them from here. Okay. Another thing that you should know about Isa Brown, now if you already know, but they are expensive to purchase. Now oyinza osanga nga kakoko, the local birds the local birds that we buy here, you can get a chick at 3,000, even at 200 and 2,500 or 3,500. But these ones, they start from 5,000 and above, between 5,500, 5,000, between 5,000, 5,500 or kakaga. Or your range yabo kugula kakoko kamu at the one chick, okay, which is different from the locals that you get from here. Okay, layers, of course we're talking about layers, so they are expensive to purchase. They are also expensive to take care, like to feed them or taking care of the vaccinations and all that. But of course, is it profitable? They are profitable, as we're going to see. Okay, so another thing that you should know about Isa Brown. Now, Isa Brown, they can lay up to 300 eggs per year. Now, we are talking about 300 eggs per bird. Every bird can lay up to 300 eggs a year. Because this is one of the most the best laying machines or layers in the world, Isa Brown. So we also have birds that can lay up to 250, 220, but this one goes up to 300 eggs. which means it is really, really good. Remember, in a year we have 365 days. So if a bird can give you 300 eggs, well, that is really good, like really, really good. Now, when it comes to a week, Isa Brown can lay up to between 4 and 6 eggs a week, which is okay. Even if it gives you 4, it means it's going to skip 3 days. But in most cases, between 4 and 6, which means you can get 5 in a week per bird, which is good because some birds they can even be giving you 2 eggs or 3 eggs. But if it is 4 and above, wallahi ago malungi enkoko eba nnungi. So that is Isa Brown, honestly. And then when it comes to growth, of course, zikula mango, 18 weeks, and then you're getting your eggs because they are expected to give you your first egg at 18 weeks. That's if you don't give them egg boosters before 18 weeks. And you also have to understand that giving the layer birds or the egg boosters before 18 weeks or before they start laying, you're going to cause it's going to torture them. First of all, it causes stress. It also leads to damage while laying because the eggs, like, they start becoming big before they master the art of producing the egg. And then before nga tegana banakula, because you all have to remember that we have enkoko eziba zakatandika zibeera ziyina starter. So kiba kitegeeza eggi liba likyali lito, eno weereyingira eggi waba tewannaba kuguma, it means eggi werigejja ennyo weeriti wagenda kunaanula bati enkoko sometimes negundi evaayo waba giyita nabaana. I don't know whether enkoko ziyina nabaana, but yes. So that's all about Isa Brown. So let me compare it, like Lohman to Isa Brown, and then you see what is best. Now, when it comes to Lohman Brown, they start laying at 19 weeks. They are expected to start laying at 19 weeks. Remember, Isa Brown, we said 18 weeks. So this will be and laying amagi ko 19 weeks, okay? Which is okay. It is still a good margin, okay, or good range. And then now another difference is Lohman Brown, they can lay up to 320 eggs. That is a big difference. Of course, they are still in the same range, but remember, Isa Brown twagambe 300 eggs, and here we are saying they can lay up to 320 eggs a year per bird. So there is an addition of 20 eggs. Okay, between 18 and 20 eggs, which is good. You're still reaping money out of it, like you're still getting extra. So let's look at it in this scenario. You've bought Isa Brown, a batch of Isa Brown, maybe 500, and then a batch of Lohman Brown, 300. Western cock laying at the same time. You're going to lay off the Isa Brown. You're going to lay off the Isa Brown weeks before you lay off the Lohman Brown, because the Lohman Brown will be still laying or giving you eggs. I hope that is making sense. Okay. They can lay up to 320 eggs, and then up to the age of 72 weeks, which is good. I feel like it is really, really good. And then another trait that it has, or they have, the Lohman, they are docile and friendly. Like, I hope you know what I'm talking about. Now, I have these two of them, the two types, or both of the breeds. I have them, but if you're in Isa Brown, the reaction you get from them is kind of different from the Lohman Brown. Now, the Lohman Brown, they are friendly, unlike the Isa Brown. Of course, the Isa Brown are not so aggressive and all that, but they are so jolly. They are so jumpy. They are so loud. But Lohman, that is a difference. Now, sometimes you may not actually analyze that or analyze those traits if you have one breed at your farm. But if you have two breeds and then you brought them specifically to master their traits or differ them, of course you're going to get these traits. You're going to get them. So I think that's all you needed to know about feeding. And then the vaccinations, of course, you do everything in the same time, the same period, the same way you do them. So they're not so different when it comes to feeding, and then the vaccine, and then the living and all that. So they don't ask for a lot, they just ask for what they need. Okay, and that's what you have to do. So whatever you do to Isa Brown, you can do it to Lohman Brown. So those are the differences. That is the difference between the two. So after listening to all that, which one is your best? Of course, it will be Lohman Brown. But when it comes to adaptability, I would go for Isa Brown. Trust me. But they are both profitable. Essente zivaayo bulungi, amanyi ogenda zigafuna. Zigenda kubika amagi bulungi and you get the money, you get the profits as long as you reduce on the mortality rate, as long as you vaccinate, as long as you don't get those challenges that will lead to them chopping the eggs or reduce on their laying, so you'll get the profits just like you imagined them. Okay, so that's it. That's what I wanted to talk to you about today. I'm sorry, I've been so busy and I've been kind of demoralized, but I have actually so many videos that are coming. They're just not edited. That's why I decided to do this, because I don't want to edit it. Okay, so put in the comment section what you think about these two and what would you go for. Anyway, bye.